Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told, I had a voice radio. So today, we are looking at some new cards from the upcoming Ultra Prism set. But we're also taking these new cards and making some wild speculation, which I believe might just be true. In Ultra Prism, we are getting new cards of Piplup, Turtwig, which I know will make some of my listeners happy because I get a lot of comments about the fact that we don't get enough Torterras, and Chimchar. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's what's weird. These are the first partner Pokemon, commonly referred to as starter Pokemon, but the correct phrase is first partner Pokemon, from the Generation 4 Diamond and Pearl games. Which is weird because it's called Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon in Japan, it's Ultra Prism over here, and it's clearly the set that celebrates the new game Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which is the sequel, or you could say the second set of games, in Generation 7. Little bit weird here. So let's have a quick look at these cards. If we take a look at the Piplup, it has got 70 HP, retreat cost of 1, weakness to lightning, which is all about standard. That's actually pretty nice because Raikou may well see play as a starter, and Raikou does 30 for 1 energy, so the fact that Piplup here has 70 HP means it will survive a hit. Similarly, it will survive a hit from a Tapu Koko with a Fighting Fury bout on a flying flip. 70 HP is pretty nice. We do actually have a standard legal Piplup at the moment. It is this one from Breakthrough. It's got 60 HP and a rubbish attack, plus a weakness to grass. As far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen, this new Piplup is a little bit better. We have a Turtwig coming, which has a fairly monstrous 80 HP, which for a Pokemon that's a basic that evolves into a stage 2 is frankly ridiculous. We've never even had a 70 HP Turtwig before. Now, that does come with one huge caveat. We did actually have a 90 HP Turtwig, but that was an SP Turtwig, which didn't evolve. I did do a video about that and a really silly deck that it could be, so go and check that video out, but that wasn't a Turtwig that evolved up into Torterra, so I'm not counting it. 80 HP is monstrous, and that really does make me think, hang on a second, how much HP is Torterra actually going to have here? Now, in terms of attacks, it does 20 for a double colourless, 50 for a grass colourless. I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got free energy on a Turtwig, something's going very wrong. There is no currently legal Turtwig for me to compare it to. And then we've got Chimchar coming out. 60 HP, retreat cost of 1, and this is another card I am very proud to say I translated myself, although it's not particularly hard. It's an evolving basic that does 10 times, and it's got a free in the wording. It's clearly flip free coins do 10 times the number of heads you hit. If you want proof of that, have a look at this Porygon 2 from Ancient Origins, or Bandit Ring as it was in Japan, which has got the same attack but it does 30 damage, and you can see the wording there is basically the same. It's alright, I suppose. I mean, we do again have a standard legal Chimchar at the moment that came out in Steam Siege, and I would say this Chimchar's a little bit better. Scratch for 1 energy, 10 damage, I don't like as much as flip 3 coins 10 times the number of heads. If you flip 3 heads, you will actually be getting a 1-hit KO on a Rowlet or a Beldum. But these cards are not what's terribly exciting. It is the implication from these cards which is terribly exciting. We have a Piplup, which means we will be getting a new Empoleon. Now, Empoleon could be water or metal, but the only metal one we had was in Stormfront. Weirdly, it used water energy, but we've not had another metal one, so I assume it's water. We're going to be getting a Torterra, which could be a fighting Pokemon, as it's part ground in the video games, and we did actually have one fighting type Torterra in Stormfront, but weirdly it used grass energy, so I think it's fair to assume it will be grass. And Chimchar means that we are going to be getting an Infernape, and we did actually have a fighting type Infernape. Yes, it was in Stormfront. Yes, it still used fire energy. Now there is a chance that these will lead to GXs for Empoleon and Torterra and Infernape. We don't really know. We do know that there's going to be 10 GXs in Ultra Prism. We know that 5 of them are going to be Ultra Beasts and 5 of them are not. Maybe 3 of them are going to be Empoleon, Torterra and Infernape. That would be pretty cool, and let's face it, we did get GXs of Decidueye, Incineroar and Primarina in Sun and Moon. It would be nice to get GXs of these first partner Pokemon in Ultra Prism. Although, to be fair, they were the first partner Pokemon from Sun and Moon in the Sun and Moon set, as opposed to first partner Pokemon from Diamond and Pearl in the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon set. Which, you know, still are just a teensy bit weird. Although, just to be clear, if they do come as GXs, I don't imagine they're anything other than Grass, Water and Fire, just like Decidueye, Primarina and Incineroar were. Now, this is a little bit weird, because we've now seen 6 cards from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon in Japan, Ultra Prism as it is over here. We have had 6 cards revealed in Japan, and they are the 3 first partner Pokemon from Generation 4. Cynthia, who was the Elite Four champion from Generation 4, Diamond and Pearl. Pachirisu, who was a Generation 4 Pokemon. Link to that video in the description. Drifblim, which was a Generation 4 Pokemon. Link to that video in the description. The only cards we're having revealed so far are from Generation 4 Diamond and Pearl Pokemon. That's a little bit strange, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we do know we're getting 5 Ultra Beast GXs, so we know that we're not exclusively getting Generation 4 Pokemon. But it's a little bit weird that we're getting so many Gen 4 Pokemon in what should be a Gen 7 set. So, this leads us to the fairly obvious question. Are we going to be getting Diamond and Pearl remakes? Are Diamond and Pearl remakes confirmed? Well, then next up, we've already had remakes of Red and Blue, Fire Red and Leaf Green. We've had remakes of Gold and Silver, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. We've had remakes of Ruby and Sapphire, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So next up are the Gen 4 remakes, the Diamond and Pearl remakes. And we all want them. Here's the thing, though. We know it's not coming for the Nintendo 3DS, because it has been announced and it has been officially revealed that there are no more Nintendo 3DS mainline Pokemon games coming. They're not happening, we're not getting them, that has been officially announced. So it would have to be a game for the Nintendo Switch. But then again, we know that they're working on a Nintendo Switch mainline Pokemon RPG, which we expect to be coming out probably around about 2018, maybe early 2019. No date has been revealed, but Nintendo doesn't usually announce these things that far in advance. And it would be weird to have a proper sequel, a Generation 8, in 2018-2019. We got Sun and Moon in 2016. We're getting Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, a Generation 7 sequel, in 2017. It really does not make sense to have another proper Generation 7 or Generation 8 game in 2018. Firstly, do we need a third game in the Alola region? That's never been done before. I mean, a third set of games. Obviously, there's actually 4 now. And Generation 8, it's too early. So releasing a Diamond and Pearl remake on the Switch in 2018 or 2019, that does make an awful lot of sense. And if I were a betting man, I think it's a fairly safe bet that the first proper Pokemon game on the Switch will be a Diamond and Pearl remake. But getting back to Sun and Moon, or I should say Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Ultra Prism over here, this is being released in February 2018. Months before any possible release of a Diamond and Pearl remake. So why are we having so many Gen 4 Pokemon in a set that doesn't seem to have anything to do with Gen 4? Being released in Japan while Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are coming out, and we will be getting this as our first set after Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are released. It doesn't really make a huge amount of sense. It might just be an homage. It could be as simple as the people over at the Pokemon Card Laboratory, the people who make the cards in Japan, just really like Gen 4 and all got together as a group and went, right, you know what, boys, we're doing some Gen 4 cards this set. And it might be that we get a nice mixture of cards, but they're a bit leaned towards Generation 4. Or it might be that these 6 cards that we've been revealed, along with the inevitable evolutions and pre-evolutions, are the only Gen 4 cards that we're going to be getting in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, in Ultra Prism. But that would be weird that these are the ones that Pokemon are trying to release. And if we look at the Google translation of the announcement of this, once again I did get this information off the official Japanese Twitter, we can see that Google Translate, I'm afraid I don't speak Japanese, I can just sometimes match card attacks to previous cards. I can't actually read Japanese. It says that includes the Pokemon of that region, which seems to be implying that there's going to be a focus on the Sinnoh region in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, the card game set. Little bit weird, ladies and gentlemen. Little bit weird. While we're here, they did actually show 2 Piplups. Here's the other one, 60 HP, so I don't like it as much as the other one at all. According to Pokebeach.com, the attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So, I still don't like it as much as the other Piplup. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little bit strange, if you ask me. I don't think Diamond and Pearl remakes are confirmed, although I do think we're getting them on the Switch next year or the year after, and we are getting a whole bunch of Diamond and Pearl, Sinnoh, Gen 4, say what you like, Pokemon in our Ultra Prism set. The one thing I will say is, that is the generation that introduced Mamoswine. I don't care if we just had one in Crimson Invasion. Give me a new Mamoswine. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a video where I'm gonna need some input from you. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think we are getting a remake of Diamond and Pearl? Do you think there is another reason for getting these cards? Or do you think there's nothing really in it? And while we're here, let me know in the comment section which 4th generation Pokemon would you most like to see get a new card in this set. Go nuts! Be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, etc. We've now hit 30 supporters of the $10 or more at Patreon. That means that there's going to be weekly bonus pods answering your questions. Get on over there and join in at patreon.com/PTCGRadio. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.